Sup Fams? Hey, what's up? It's been a while. I'll try to upload more videos frequently, so yeah. Oh, if you're wondering why I'm wearing the Spider-Man shirt, it's because Spider-Man Far From Home came out this week. I have yet to see it. I'm gonna try to post a review by at least Saturday, because even though I work at a movie theater, yes, I work at a movie theater, and you get to see free movies. Usually, from my schedule, it's not easy to see free movies often, especially since Spider-Man just came out and it's gonna be hard to get in. So I'll try to see it. I'll post a review up. I'll try to see it and get my thoughts on it. And also I'm gonna do a follow-up video on ranking the Spider-Man films. So get excited for that. But for now, we're gonna review a movie that came out last year, and I'm surprised that not a lot of people have talked about this film. Not even the mighty Chris Stuckman. Not even the mighty Chris Stuckman or Jeremy Jahns. My dog's barking. I mean, I'm just gonna leave him in there because he's just fucking cute. So yeah. Yeah, and what movie is it? Well, if you can see the spine. Film is called Instant Family. You may or may not have heard about it, but because, I don't know, it was well advertised, but it was, not that famous. I mean, I work at a movie theater, and when we had it, it did extremely well. So it didn't go anywhere till like a month before the Blu-ray came out. But it's not about that. I'm actually just gonna talk about the movie itself, and also I'm gonna review the Blu-ray, see if it's worth picking up, because it came out like a while ago also. And yeah, all right, let's get started. Am I off frame? No? Alright, good. Instant Family. Instant Family stars Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne, and is directed by Sean Enders. It's actually based on his real life. No joke. It's on the Blu-ray, documentary, and everything. And if you see some podcasts with him in it, yeah, he talks about it. It's actually based off his real life. So it stars Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne. I kept calling her Rose Byrne all this time, but no, I looked at her name. It's Byrne. I'm fucking stupid. And I just saw the movie Insidious, and she was in it. And I'm like, oh, that's how you say it. Alright, let's not get sidetracked. So the film stars Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne. Sorry, nasal congestion. Let me try that again. So the film stars Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne as Pete and Ellie, wanting to think of having children, but since they're kind of reaching around their 40s, and Pete doesn't want to become that old guy dad, they thought of let's just try adoption. But really, Pete was more hesitant on adopting a child because he feels like, oh, either way though, even if we adopt a child, I still feel old. But Ellie wanted to pursue that, and she basically looked up online, and she was crying, and she was like, oh, but you gotta see this, you gotta see these kids, it's sad, it touched my heartstrings. And he fell for it. I mean, he looked at the stories of those kids, and yeah, he really he decided, yeah, let's adopt. So as they were going to the adoption, party at a park, they all trying to communicate with these kids, but usually they're kind of taken by other people. So yeah, and then Pete spots some teenagers, and he was like, you know what, we shouldn't see them as little shits, we should just go out and talk to them, get to know them. And then Ellie kind of causes a scene, and then that's when we meet Lizzie, who was played by Isabella Moner. Hopefully I did not butcher her name, because holy shit, as a Latino, as a Mexican, yeah. She's Peruvian, but I'm Mexican, but either way, we Latinos, Alright, let's move on. So they meet Lizzie, and she basically sets a good impression, and because she really shows the way she presented her attitude towards them is really freaking cool. It really impressed Pete, and he was like, yeah, I like that, because I was kind of that kid back in the day. But then they find out she has two siblings, Juan and Lita, and now they become a family of 5, and A lot of funny chaos happens, but also heartwarming and heartbreaking, and even extremely very serious things happen throughout the film. So it comes off as, at first it comes off as a middle of the ground adoption film, as, you know, oh, this child is misunderstood, and then they become more part of the family at the end. It kind of goes that way, but it does have some twists and turns of how adoption works. And it is for a comedy family film, it is very real and very realistic on foster care. Like, I've never thought I would ever see a movie like this. Because I know people, not a lot of people, but I know people who went through foster care, and yeah, that's how they described it. It's tough. You can't just present yourself very upfront with them. You gotta take your time with them so they can get used to you and actually try to get to know them more often. It's a slow process, but it's gonna be worth it at the end. That's what a lot of people have told me. You can't just step in. You're not really, at first they're not gonna see you as a replacement, like a parent replacement. But over time they're gonna see you as that if you put the effort into it. Well, let's just start off with the comedy. The comedy is great, even though like it has dark comedy. It is very funny. I really laughed at every single one. And Tom Segura is in the film. He's actually he's basically my favorite comedian of all time. And oh my god, when he's on screen, he's freaking hilarious. I'm trying not to cuss as much because I really want to make this a bit wholesome, but I really love Tom Segura in this movie. He's hilarious, and you know, if you have never heard of Tom Segura, like, look up his special. If you got Netflix, look him up. He's hilarious. Of course, Mark Wahlberg and Of course, Mark Wahlberg and Rose Byrne, they put out great performances. I'm gonna leave this in. They put out great performances. I mean, like Mark Wahlberg. If I was a dad, I'll basically kind of be like him a bit, but just a bit more Latino-like. What do I mean by that? Well, I don't know. Probably show a bit more discipline. But I really love how his character is portrayed. Like, I like how he's like, yeah, he kind of grew up as a troublemaker at first or whatever, like from Boston. I know he's from Boston in real life, but I don't know if his character's from Boston. I need to watch the movie again to pay more close attention. So, yeah. And Ellie, even she seems like, like a wholesome mother-like character. She shows where her roots came from. I mean, she says the word pussy riot, and yeah, they drop F-bombs. It's freaking... I like how realistic they portray the parents here. Well, parents, Pete and Ellie. I like how realistically they portray, because even though they're wholesome people, like they're still people, they're still humans, they act like freaking human beings. Even the kids, all the kids, they act like real kids. Let me just start off with, I'll save the best for last. So Lita is that obnoxious little girl that's spit spoiled, but you understand you have to understand where she's coming from, and they like... And I like how realistic they portray, because that's how little kids are. They're spoiled little brats. But she is so cute and likable. She's just sweet. I mean, seriously, Lita's so sweet. You like her, even though she throws tantrums. You're like, roll with it. It's hilarious. Juan, he's a clumsy kid, but he's very sweet. I love his sweetness and how clumsy he is. Originally, when I was watching the Blu-ray, originally he was supposed to be the obnoxious one, but when the actor came in and he came in and auditioned, they like, no, let's just go with the sweet approach, and it worked. Like, it's a nice little balance between obnoxious and sweet. And then we get to my favorite one. She's technically my favorite character in film, and that is Lizzie. Lizzie is one of the most realistic teenagers I've seen so far, because I was kind of that teenager at first. Not from the foster care point of view, but from more the aggressive type. Not the more rebellious type, but the more aggressive towards people. That's how I kind of was in high school. A lot of people say, well, I was quiet. I was a quiet kid, but then again, at times I'd be aggressive, because, I mean, I kind of fend myself towards people during time. But Lizzie, Isabella Moner, she stole the show. If I want to talk about like what is one of the reasons why I love this film is because of her. She steals the show. I cry like at least 3 freaking times in the movie, and every time I watch the movie I always cry, especially around the third act in the climactic finale. I can't tell you what happens, but it's... I'm gonna try not to cry. The part that I did cry is right away when like let's just say it's so hard for me to explain because one day I want to give out an essay spoiler review of this film. Right now I want to keep it vague because I want you guys to see for yourselves, because the less you know what you're gonna get yourself into, even by the trailers, the better, because it throws curveballs at you. But the reason why I basically cry for her, she made me cry a lot because I kind of related to her character. Not by adoption, I was never a foster kid at all, but I don't think you need to be. Just by how the way she feels about things, it's just sad. And damn, I'm shaking because I'm trying so hard to hold in my emotions a bit. But the reason why I relate to her is because hopefully I'm also seeing this right, which I think I know I am, is that she just wants to be loved, like truly loved by people, by others. And she does feel alone, even though she has friends and everything like that. She still feels alone. Like she has to fight for the world. She has to fend for her siblings. She has to be the mother type character, but she can't. She's a kid, and that's why I also related to her character a lot. Not by most a lot of stuff, but mostly because, like, yeah, I would just run from things, hide in a corner and cry, because I just wanted to be loved. I don't want to be alone. Well, I need somebody to give me love and affection to move me ahead. I love this movie because I kind of related to, like, even the characters. I was a clumsy kid as Juan, and I was an obnoxious kid as Lita. But I think anybody can relate to that, but I related to a lot of pinpoints here. And maybe I'm predicting myself how I'll become a parent someday in the future. I highly doubt I'm going to become a parent because I'm an ugly piece of shit, but that's how I see it. I mean, it's a typical story at its core, but it's still, like, it's a lot of twists and turns. It talks about meth and abuse, and even there's a pedophile in the movie. Which it could lead into, like, a bad thing. Like, I know some person said, well, that kind of affected the tone of the film. Like, even though it's kind of a comedy, there's still a lot of dark tones, doesn't mesh well. I think it balanced well. Because even though, yeah, comedy is, mostly lighthearted, what makes a comedy work for me is the darkness, like, that's surrounding it. Even though at its core it's like a sweet story and funny and wholesome, surrounding it is darkness, and it leads to the dark humor, and it's a nice little balance. If I only had one negative or nitpick I had to say, it's the score. I mean, the score is decent. It sounds like a nice 80s pop song, like music, but I just felt like it was a little bland. It wasn't as memorable. Even like a lot of the greatest comedies, they have memorable moments, like memorable scores. Like Monty Python score is pretty funny, and It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World. It's very funny, and the score is memorable. But this is not fair to compare those two because it's its own different beast at its core. And I just love the I freaking love the message. I just freaking love the message. I mean, and also I'm gonna reenact it to you right now, actually, because let's just cut to the chase right here. Really? Let me ask you this: why did you want to become parents in the first place? What? Exactly. Yeah, that's a powerful ass message. Why did you want to become parents in the first place? Really, something to really think about. And parents are gonna relate to this the most because even every day they ask themselves, like, why they want to become parents in the first place. And that is a good message. So all in all, it's great performances from everybody. It's a great story. I know it sounds very vague, but you gotta see it for yourself. This is a movie that I want you guys to see it in with a big surprise. And if you've seen it already, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Cool. But yeah, Isabella Monet is one of the top reasons why I love this film. And it became my favorite film of 2018. And I was surprised by that too. This movie just keeps surprising me over and over again. Which will lead me to another surprise, and that's the Blu-ray. Now the Blu-ray, of course, has an amazing picture and sound quality, and I'm actually shocked this has a 7.1 master audio. Like, what? I thought it would be a 5.1, but no, it legit has a 7.1. So if you want extra channels of, I don't know, family fun, this is it. It's cool. And the bonus features really, I mean, yeah, it is an hour worth of bonus features, but actually I thought it was gonna be bad because usually modern Blu-rays these days, or modern films usually have like a mediocre 1 hour set of film, but no, this legit is packed. For an hour, it's pretty packed. It delves deep into this true story of what really happened, because the director, Sean Anders, this actually is based on his real life. He actually adopted 3 children, a teenage boy and siblings. And it is very touching. It's a very touching thing, and also shows, and it really just shows, like, especially it was the Anders family featurette is very good. The gag reel is great, and the deleted scenes are phenomenal. Like, I can even see, because I did theater in high school for like 3 years, and the way, like, there's a deleted scene where Isabella Monet, like she, like, her character Lizzie, she, like, is being, like, signed up for school, and mind the ambulance please. She was getting signed up for school, and the way she was sharpening her pencil, like the way she looks at one of the administrators, I'm like, that's how I act. That's how cartoonish I act when I would do, like, theater projects. It's great. The kid power featurette is great. Even, like, well, I'm actually surprised that Isabella Monet, like, I understand with the other kids, they're not as well-known they're all pretty much, they're gonna become well-known actors very soon. But I'm surprised that Isabella had to audition for the role. Like, that's weird. Like, even though, like, Mark suggested her to the director, he was like, I still gotta see how she still got audition, and she really wanted the part, and she really, like, auditioned via Skype or webcam, and wow, like, you can tell she's a very dedicated actress, and I want to work with her someday. Like, she really, like, she is an actress that I really want to work with someday, or somebody that I want to work with, either directing or with acting, because she seems like a very professional person by her interviews too. Despite being 17 years old, she's very professional and upfront. I love that. She has a great personality too. And the Blu-ray also demonstrates about what are the benefits on foster care, and it shows. It actually really wants me to adopt. I mean, I'm actually getting inspired to adopt kids someday. I would, wouldn't you? So yeah, it is packed to the brim with awesome bonus features, great interviews, a gag reel too. The gag reels are hilarious, deleted scenes, and a great picture and sound quality. And I am shocked to see this is not on 4K. I would have picked up the 4K, but no. Yeah, and also, I remember when we had this movie, when I was trying to buy it, thing was selling out like crazy. This is like one of the last copies I had to pick up. It was selling out like crazy. Oh, before I even wrapped up this review, I also gotta mention the song "I'll Stay" by Isabella Moner. One of my favorite songs of all time. I shed a tear. So yeah, would I recommend Instant Family? Frick yeah. Seriously, like, it's a movie you gotta see. It's great. 5 out of 5 stars, that's all I gotta say. It is and will always remain one of my my favorite film of 2018. And pretty sure it's gonna be one of my top 10 films of all time. Like, it's phenomenal. Maybe number 10. I know number 5 for sure is Amadeus, which hopefully they'll put out a 4K Blu-ray. Come on, Warner Brothers, do it! And Jaws is still my favorite. The original Godzilla 1954 is my second favorite, and Back to the Future is my third favorite. I love the Star Wars franchise, but Back to the Future is a better trilogy because it's actually a trilogy. But let's not talk about that now. It's about Instant Family. So that about just wraps up my review, but it doesn't wrap up my video just yet. If you guys want to see my more in-depth reviews, check out Letterboxd. It's an app. Well, it's the website called Letterboxd. It's spelled as Letterboxd. Letterboxd. It's actually an app I'm slowly getting obsessed with because, like, it's really freaking cool. You can post your reviews, and it's not Rotten Tomatoes. Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. Fuck that stupid ass bitch ass site. But yeah, no, I recommend Letterboxd to everybody who wants to put out their hilarious short reviews. I mean, I put more in-depth reviews. Right now, I'm actually uploading a review for, Actually, I just did one for Godzilla and Child's Play, an Innocent Family. If you want to check out my poorly edited written review for Innocent Family, check out Javi 1995. It's easy, it's free also. Letterboxd is also free. And this was actually recommended, well, not recommended, but she made it in one of her videos, things I loved. Her name is Giuliana Barrea. I'm sorry if I butchered your last name. But yeah, this is recommended from Giuliana Barrea. I got curious because I saw one of her videos, and I'm basically hooked. So shout out to Giuliana Barrea. Link to her channels in the description because her videos actually make me feel better psychologically. I don't know what it is about that, but yeah. I love her channel, and you should love her channel too. Go give her some love and subscribe and hit her like button. All her like buttons. So yeah, shout out to Giuliana Barrea for this app. And seriously, go to her channel and subscribe. It's gonna be worth your time. She just posted a recent review and it's hilarious. You're gonna love her. Check her out. So yeah, that just about wraps up my review for Instant Family. Hope you guys enjoyed. And remember, at the end of the day, this is just my opinion. It's never a fact. Film is subjective. You can look at things in an objective way, but mostly it's gonna be subjective by the end of the day. This is your boy Javi, and enjoy the show.